What a journey it has been for Amanda Anisimova. The American, who momentarily stepped away from the sport last year, is now back with a bang and could become the lowest ranked player ever to win a 1,000 title since its inception in 2009. Looking to stop her though is another American, chasing her own bit of history as Jessica Pegula hunts back-to-back Canadian Open titles. If the world number 6 does win today, she would be the first player since Martina Hingis in 99-2000 to do the Montreal-Toronto double. Looking to stop her though is Amanda Anisimova. What an incredible journey she's been on. Will it be rounded off with the title today? She'll get things underway. Incidentally, Candy Reid alongside myself, Pete Hodges, and we will talk you through this final. I would imagine Pegula's game style might suit playing in someone like Anisimova, that brilliant ability to redirect.
It's an interesting, intriguing matchup, this one, isn't it? Because Anisimova's got more natural power. She's going to strike early and often. Pegula, meantime, is a fantastic defender. One of the most mentally strong women on tour, that's for sure. So I think she has the edge in terms of the big points. This match just might hinge on Anisimova's raw power. Can she get the big strike in before Pegula can do anything about it?
15-30.
Another thing with Anisimova, as she just showed there, is incredible core strength. Even off the back foot, she is able to hurt opponents. That's why she was called by many to be destined to be a superstar in this sport.
Well, how tough is that to have yourself labelled as the next big thing? And Coco Gauff has been going through that, hasn't she, since the age of 15. It's a huge burden, constantly asked about it. And when, of course, those results don't come, as they might not, it does take a while, then you start perhaps just feeling a little bit worse about yourself.
As you mentioned Coco Gauff, she beat Coco Gauff in the final of the Junior US Open final back in 2017. Still says she has ambitions to be world number 1, Anisimova. And a bit of early pressure here. Firing that backhand wide, so a really steady start from Pegula. And I've used that word quite a few times to describe her tennis this week.
I think she wouldn't be upset by that, because steady and consistent. She's got to world number 3, currently at world number 6, Pegula, only because she hasn't played that much this year. Just been a few injuries which have caught up with her, and of course a big coaching change. Got parted ways anyway with David Witt, and now she's teamed up with Mark Merkline, who's here with her this week, and Mark Knowles. And the results just weren't coming. Was that because she was injured and ill? Was that because of the coaching change? I think it was probably the former rather than the latter. It's not too much about her game, is there, that can go off?
First, second serve.
Berlin, her first title with her new coaching team. She talked about how important she felt that was to do it without David Witt alongside her. So I did think it would kickstart her year. Didn't quite happen.
It was a brave decision, wasn't it, to get rid of David Witt, who'd also worked with Venus Williams so successfully. And it doesn't sound like it was anything that went wrong between them. It was just she felt to get to the next level, to get past the quarterfinal stage in a majors, which is what the aim must be for Pegula, who's now 30. She just needed a different voice in her ear.
Yeah, what did you make of that decision overall?
Risky, definitely, because Jessica Pegula doesn't have what you would call a major weapon, apart from she's really good at everything. But she doesn't have the, say, Iga Swiatek footwork or the Aryna Sabalenka power off the ground. And to get to world number 3 with the stature she is, I thought maybe she was a maximizer and wouldn't be able to get any more out of herself, but she obviously has big ambitions, and for that, I mean, it's very impressive.
You only have a career once. I think it's probably the way she's been thinking about it. Made a very good start here, though. Backs up the break from a 2-love lead.
Not too surprised by the way this has started, Pete. Pegula has so much more experience, doesn't she, in finals, particularly recently. And this is pretty new for Anisimova, even though she has won a couple of WTA titles. They haven't been at this level.
It's her first final in over 2 years, almost 2.5 years. This final was Melbourne 2022 for Anisimova. It's incidentally a 4th WTA 1000 final for Pegula.
Actually spent a lot of time out here practicing, didn't she, Pegula? You'd expect players generally to be on court for about 30 minutes before a match. She spent quite a lot longer on court than that with her hitting partner and her coach. Anisimova, I'd be interested to know how much she practiced just because of the blister problem. You want to try and stay off your feet as much as you can and prevent that skin from ripping further.
Anisimova's coach, Rick Vlieshovers.
Worked a little bit with Lisa Mertens in the past, and currently at the Bree Tennis Academy, which is where Kim Clijsters is from. Came back, didn't she, with Mark Lucero, who's since taken up a college coaching role.
Let first serve. Game Anisimova.
It's off on the board a little later than she might have liked, Anisimova.
Pegula leads by 2-1.
It's Pegula who leads by 2-1. She got asked about her consistency in the press conference, Pegula. About how she studies players, the depth of the tour, and generally goes into most matches with an underdog mentality. She said that's the reason that it's helped her not slip up as much as perhaps other players on tour. Both players have said how much they've not really enjoyed the week of tennis due to the wind. Thankfully today, it's not quite as windy, and
15 love.
we're getting to see some brilliant rallies already.
I'm interested in that underdog mentality for Pegula, who's ranked 6. Really, she's the favourite, isn't she, apart from when she plays the other 5.
It's a good mentality to
Yeah.
have, though, isn't it? I mean, when she was talking about the depth of the game, as in so many dangerous players on the women's tour.
You can't take anything for granted, can you? You've got to stay humble in this sport. You can get found out very, very fast. Always fascinated, though, by how players cope with the pressure that's constantly on their shoulders. There's no doubt the pressure is a privilege, as the great Billie Jean King says, but you still have to deal with it. It's not easy.
Forty, 15.
Establishing the two-game cushion. Both players with an early double fault. And we've seen
Pegula leads by
throughout
3
the week
games to
players
1.
struggling to control the lighter balls in these windy conditions. It didn't hinder the third seed in that game.
The strike point of Amanda Anisimova throughout the tournament has been supreme, very, very early. But actually in this match, we've seen Jessica Pegula take the ball on a little bit more. Push back there, but overall, if you just watch Pegula in solidarity, it looks how close she is to the baseline. She's trying to take the upper hand before Anisimova is. That's a perfect case in point, isn't it? Strikes the backhand there, cross-court beautifully, and then she was moving in.
It's been a really sharp performance so far from Pegula. She said she's improved with each match this week and seems to have taken her game to another level so far in this final, threatening another break.
The opposition of both players has been really, really strong, hasn't it? Pegula getting the better of Pliskova, former world #1. Ashlyn Kruger's another with a massive serve. Peyton Stearns and Diana Schneider. We all know about Schneider now. Then on the other side, Anisimova overcoming Dollarhide, Kazatkina, Kalinskaya, Sabalenko and Navarro. Incredible run.
Serial.
A little bit of cat and mouse, and it's Pegula who comes out on top.
Somebody's done their homework, Pete.
40.
I suspect that Merkline watched that Anisimova match, saw that she had treatment for blisters and said, drop shot when you can.
Set up by a nice deep return. Pegula would like to find another one of those. Break point. It's a confident strike, though, from Anisimova.
And there's a look at the terrific backhand from Anisimova, who was taught well. You've got to credit her coaches when she was younger, because her fundamentals are rock solid. For someone to take 8 months out of the game and come back so strongly is a credit to her technique.
Advantage.
Using the body serve really well, isn't she? Pegula's struggling to find a way to cope with that.
Read the play this time. Well, that's a very good hold from Anisimova. Under pressure there at love 30.
Pegula leads by 3
Showing
games
good
to 2.
positive body language, knowing perhaps how important it is just to keep it to the one break early here in this final. It's a missed opportunity for Pegula. Particularly 15-30. Second serve return missed. So it's just the one break. I'm trying to catch a glimpse of this final. 3-2.
Body serve working really well for both players. This time it's Anisimova getting jammed. And it is slightly windy. It's good margin for error on that serve. You're not going too close to the lines.
Let first serve. Very low.
Once again.
40 low.
Nice pace on that, but more than that is the accuracy.
She's 8 from 8 behind the first serve, Pegula, mixing the serve up well. Anisimova clearly struggling to get a read on it as of yet. Establishes that 2-game cushion. There is the beautiful trophy. Of course, Pegula won last year, albeit in Montreal.
Clever serving, wasn't it, at the end there for Pegula? A 1-7-4 and then a 1-3-2, both first serves.
Low 15. No.
Looking skywards. It's against Schneider for Pegula. She's been desperate to get a deep return in. So when she has been missing the returns, quite often it's been long. It's a good angle to see how Pegula hits the ball, just how low and flat she can strike it. It tends to skid through.
And because she's so close to the baseline on this return, got to take the ball. The contact point has to be out in front. That's why she's been missing long. It's not quite out in front enough. There it is again. We're talking a millimetre or two.
40-30.
If you are close to the ball in these windy conditions, as you can see from fans' hair flying about, it's a good thing.
Again, pushing the ball long.
New balls, please. Pegula leads
Hold
by
from
4 games
Anisimova
to
with
3.
the oldest set of balls. Just an early break the difference. Pegula leading 4-3. Just the one early break in the first game. That's why Pegula still has the lead, 4-3 with new balls.
Low.
Anisimova hasn't worked out the first serve at all, has she? trying to hit a backhand, but the ball was slicing and spinning towards her.
Pegula's only dropped 1 point on serve so far. I mean, so if you're Anisimova right now, Candy, what can she do?
Well, she wants to take the serve on early, but I would suggest just taking half a step back, just so she gets a slightly longer look at it.
Incidentally, by the way, the only point that she has won, the Pegula serve, came via a double fault, so she hasn't won a point when the ball's been in play. Still can't time the return, and it's that little look from the American. Pegula, in the blink of an eye, ticks off another service game. A game away from taking this opening set.
Because Peach has been racing through her service games, that actually puts a lot more pressure on the Anisimova serve, particularly now, of course, serving to stay in the set. But you have that in the back of your mind. I can't break her. What am I going to do?
Lovely redirection. There's that core strength we were talking about earlier.
She said during her 8-month hiatus she did stay in the gym, of course not doing tennis-related exercises, but just staying fit.
Just missing there. Yeah, it was interesting, wasn't it? I mean, she was asked in the press conference, did you ever doubt you'd come back to the sport? She said, no, I always had unfinished business, but her fear was actually about how fit she would be. After the first few training sessions, she felt really good and smooth. But the fear was about the health, having not even had a racket in her hand for 3 months. Well, Pegula read the play and was there in a flash.
And she knows how uncomfortable Anisimova is generally at the net. So that was the right shot to play rather than go for the pass, go pretty much central and make the younger American hit a volley. Well, that just shows complete brain fog, doesn't it?
15-40.
Like these two have got a bus to catch. Cincinnati starting today, of course. Now, racing through these games, and Pegula, chance to win the first set in just 26 minutes. 2 set points. Just wide. But the pressure of the Pegula game clearly getting to Anisimova. World number 6 making just 2 unforced errors in that opening set. So, Candy, the question is, what can Anisimova change, particularly off the return?
Yeah, well, she's got to go for bigger margins. I would suggest her going right down the middle of the court.
Second set, Pegula to serve.
She's missing too many wide. Needs to rein it in a bit.
Let first serve.
But the problem is, Peter, we've just seen from that point, Anisimova does not want to get involved in the long rallies with Jessica Pegula, who's better in that situation. And we know about the Anisimova blisters as well that have to be hurting. And Pegula's just been serving out of this world. I don't think I've ever seen her serve so well today.
It's the variety we're talking about. Pace, different spins, different accuracy.
Just looks in, she's in a really nice rhythm. It's a lovely feeling when you throw the ball up and you know you can't miss. Very rare. Now that's what Anisimova's been doing all week long. Played just one set against Anna Kalinskaya before Kalinskaya retired with dizziness, but that set was incredible. She was absolutely obliterating backhand returns.
Funny old sport, isn't it? I mean, Pegula was talking earlier on in the week. She wasn't playing great tennis, felt uncomfortable, scrapping through the matches. And now, playing such a high level. I mean, as I said before, just the 2 unforced errors. It just looks like there's no way through as far as Anisimova is concerned.
Anisimova just needs to stay really patient, a little like Emma Navarro did against her yesterday. Because in that one, Anisimova took the first set, lost the second, and then came through in the third. The numbers then from that 27-minute lightning fast first set. Pegula's first serve was incredible. Won all 12 points behind it as well, and just 1 behind her second serve. 1 lost, I should say.
Love 15.
This is going to be a crucial game for Anisimova, it feels. Just looks like her shoulders have slumped slightly.
And that's not going to help. Wasn't enough on the approach, and easy pickings for the form Pegula is in today.
Love 30.
Anisimova just looks like she needs a bit of an energy boost. You can't go cross court to someone's forehand on that kind of shot.
Oh, wow. Can do nothing wrong right now.
Love 40.
Here are 3 early break points. Look at that as far as the momentum is concerned. To remember as well when you consider what we're seeing from Anisimova, perhaps struggling with the blisters. Having come through qualifying and reached the quarterfinals of Washington, now reached the semi-finals. The first time in a long time she's played this much tennis. So the 6th match of the week. 5 matches last week.
Put that into context, Pete, she played 11 matches in total last year.
We've seen her fight throughout all of this week.
30-40.
Through that match against Navarro where she was having issues with the blisters. Found a way to get going in the 3rd set. Saves 3 break points in a row here. So will this be a turning point
Yes.
for the world number 132?
She's certainly going to have a lot of the crowd support now because they want more tennis. This time it's Pegula backing off of that short ball. You've got to step through that shot. Just maybe keeping that nice and low. A lot of players on the WTA Tour do not like to retrieve that kind of ball.
Deuce.
To hit her spots a little more often with the serve.
Advantage, Anisimova.
That wide serve from the juice court has been her go-to whenever she's needed a point. Been hitting that really well.
Yeah, and that time too hot to handle for Pegula, and that's a big hold. Momentum firmly against her, having won 1 point in the last 15. And love 40 down, but finds a way out of the game. And it's 1-1 in the second set.
That's massive. Rich trying to spur her on. That's what you need from your team, a lot of positivity. And now she'll have to hope that the Jessica Pegula service level dropped just a couple of percentage points. That'll all it take.
There we go, that's the first point she's won when the ball's been in play off the return. It's amazing, isn't it, this sport? Always talk about it, those sliding doors moments. Will that be one that we've just witnessed in the previous game?
You get that nice low camera angle of how accurate that serve is, and it's got a little bit of slice as well, so it's moving away. But Anisimova, she's got to move diagonally to it. It was a little bit sideways on that one.
15-30.
From Jessica Pegula's angle, that ball down the line is the risky one because the wind is taking it off the court. You have to remember that. Give yourself a little bit more room for error.
Quickly, the final can turn. Oh, and that was a chance. It was a brilliant return. Type of forehand that she's been making this week. Just missing on that occasion.
Pegula is going T from the side largely. Let's see if she goes through again.
Incredible. Just relentless from Amanda Anisimova. Had to win the point 3 or 4 times. It was spectacular defense from Pegula. But Anisimova comes through the point and with it gets her first break of the match to lead 2-1 in the second set. Well, using a pack of ice. Anisimova just to try and cool herself down. I think she was struggling coming into set 2, but she has found something from somewhere. Certainly raised her level the last 2 games and now has the lead in this second set. Just broken Pegula. Oh, it's somehow crept over.
It's just a bonkers last couple of games, wasn't it? We were speaking about Pegula winning 14 of 15 points, and suddenly Anisimova finds her way back. It's going to twist again.
In Sabalenka, she went down an early break in set 2, and Lucial and myself at the time thought, well, this one looks like it's going to go to 3, and Anisimova just clicked into another gear, won the last 5 games of that encounter.
did a little bit against Anisimova in the semis on this court yesterday. That third set looked like it could have gone either way.
15-30.
At the end of the second, Anisimova took the medical time out for the blisters. We just weren't sure, but she found another gear.
Let first serve.
A long time out of the sport for Anisimova, and it's also about feeling the nerves. A couple of matches, and just wonder whether there was a fair few nerves, particularly the start of the first set. It certainly feels like she's in her groove now, striking the ball with real venom.
I think her body is a little beaten up. It's her first 1,000 final, and she's playing a highly experienced, terrific opponent.
Starting to dictate and dominate.
She's just settled in, hasn't she? Good work from Anisimova. Pegula might be kicking herself for that game in which she had love 40. 3 break points.
Game Anisimova.
It's a funny old game, isn't it?
Anisimova leads by 3 games.
1 point out of 15. Looks like she's going a breakdown. Looks like this match is all going Pegula's way. And then all of a sudden, she's able to recover from love 40 down. And it's 3 games in a row now for the unseeded American.
Let first serve.
I suppose when you've got as big a game as Anisimova, you just got to keep trusting it that it will click into form. We saw her making a lot of unforced errors, 14 in that first set. Just curbed the errors now. And it's in her favour.
Break really did come from nowhere. The first set for Pegula. Took the 1 point on serve, then held to love. First game of the second set. That's a nice response from Pegula. And such calm, measured play.
30 love.
She'll just try to weather the storm here, Anisimova. This is an element of her game she's added.
Oh, paints the line.
How many times have we seen that throughout the 5 previous matches?
Double. Hard and deep, that's the Pegula way.
Game
Important
Pegula.
game. Stops the rot. First game in 4
Anisimova
for the
leads
third
by 2
seed.
games to 2.
Anisimova, though, still leads by 3 games to 2.
Love. All.
Pegula, a taste of her own medicine. We've seen a few aces from the third seed. That's a first of this set for Anisimova. Second of the match.
Just looks reinvigorated, doesn't she? Amazing what taking the lead in a set does. Just gives you that renewed source of optimism. Again, going with a very, very aggressive return position, Pegula. That ball, whether it got a little bit of a higher bounce than she was expecting, or a little bit of wind, probably the latter, just taking the ball off the contact point. And the ball's coming a little bit slower like it was. Anisimova needs to try and pull that back foot through. Step into the court a little bit more.
Just catching the centre service line, and the game ticked off for Anisimova. These two had a supreme battle in Charleston earlier on this year. That went the distance. Pegula winning it 6 in the third. All the fans here would love that sort of a finish.
It's a stunning trophy, isn't it? A real piece of art. Is that one break of serve going to be enough for Anisimova? Serving quite as well here.
All.
Just a great strike, isn't it? Anything, anywhere in that contact point, she feels very comfortable with.
Frustrated there, though. He was in position.
30-15.
Yes, getting just too close. Again, we'll put the wind as a factor, not Anisimova's footwork.
This is turning into some match now.
That was a little bit lucky from Anisimova, but she did the hard work before to stay in the rally. This was a shot Pegula was working on in practice. She was trying to hook it more cross-court, just didn't get it right. And then Anisimova hits a slightly lucky low shot to the forehand.
The duels are starting to go more and more often Anisimova's way. And the good news for her is that she needs to win this set. It's only taken around an hour. So blisters-wise, still should be pretty fresh. Break point for a double break lead. Doesn't need to hit the return. And I think Pegula's a little shell-shocked here. She was in control of this match, but it's been flipped as Anisimova breaks again for a 5-2 lead.
Love.
For the second set here, Anisimova does have the added cushion. The double break lead now. To use that cushion. Fifth double. Such great power ball striking from Anisimova.
30-15.
Looked a little unsettled, didn't she, in the opening set? Was missing too much. She's just reined it in. That's unlucky. And now we're starting to see a more of a smile on Anisimova's face. It was blind panic, wasn't it, earlier on?
Sweet as you like from Pegula.
30-40.
Anything short on the second serve has been hammered away, hasn't it, by both players in this set?
Recovered from 5-2 down against Peyton Stearns. In the second set, Pegula. So we'll do the same thing here, but missed backhand. Means it's now Anisimova who has a set point.
Advantage Anisimova.
That's a strange one, isn't it? Chips the return back after missing the previous backhand. And if Anisimova's got any sense, this serve is going towards the backhand once more.
Puts it away and puts the set away with it. What a turnaround. A set, 1-love, love 40 down. And yet then just clicked into another gear. A stunning comeback. And we're heading to a decider. Anisimova takes the second set, 6-2. Well, Anisimova, you already know, will be the lowest ranked player to ever win a WTA 1000 event since its inception in 2009. If she does go on to win the title here. I don't think she has done. She's become the first player to win a set against Jessica Pegula this week. So there's a one-set shootout for the right to lift the Canadian Open tide. What's going to decide this, you Candy?
15 love.
Probably the way that Anisimova plays. It was always going to be on her racket, wasn't it, since the start, because of her extreme power and great ball striking. But she wasn't allowed to do it because of how well Pegula served in that first set. The level dropped just slightly from Pegula. It all hinged really, didn't it, around that strange game, the second of the second set, where Pegula had 3 break points, didn't take any of them. The momentum shifted. But I think with Pegula serving first here, she can keep a high level, bring that first serve percentage up into the 70s where it was in the first set. She's got to be the slight favourite.
Pegula secures the first game of this third set. Surprisingly, incidentally, both players don't actually have the best of records this year in deciding sets. Pegula's 7 and 8, and Anisimova 2 and 3.
Not a huge sample size, is it, from either of them? It's been Emma Navarro who's played the most 3-setters. That's why everyone was expecting her to come through against Anisimova. Just having a look at the set 2 stats, complete turnaround. The second game really was the decider. Pegula's shoulders just dropped slightly and the belief went the other way. This is not a time for Anisimova to get tentative and slow that racket down. She's got to speed the racket up. That generates more speed. And then those balls land in as opposed to going long.
Both sets have been crucial. It's broken first as well to win the set. This is a bit of a slow start to this service game from Anisimova. 6th double. That's good length from Pegula. Asking the question and getting the answer she wanted. This was a situation in the second set, wasn't it, where everything turned. Pegula up 1-love. So up love 40. Couldn't convert that time. Can she take one of these?
She's going to be really focused here, Pegula. Won't allow that to happen again, I'm sure.
Out. 15-40.
See if Pegula's brave here. She's unlikely to be looking forward to going cross-court on this return.
Doesn't need to be brave. It's a very loose game, in truth, from Anisimova.
Pegula leads by 2 games to love.
Hands Pegula an early break in set 3. 2 double faults in the game. It's a 2-love lead for Pegula. We always talk about Pegula, don't we, in terms of why she's so good, why she's so consistent, and perhaps that's the reason we've just seen. Loses the second set 6-2. All the momentum against her, but unaffected by what has gone before. Can Anisimova respond again? Points like that will certainly help.
I really like that play from Anisimova. She doesn't come in enough for my liking. She's sort of allergic to the net in some states, but why not take the ball out of the air, a la Belinda Bencic? one of the best drive volleyers out there, who we hope we'll see in 2025 after a maternity break.
Well, this is somewhat dried up. Second set. There's a fifth ace for Pegula. Such a good backhand from the open stance position, under pressure, showing her core strength to find the corner.
Well, she's got 7 out of 8 first serves in play. Still has to work very hard from the baseline, but she's so comfortable there, isn't she?
Led first serve.
She's been enjoying going tea from both the juice and the ad court. That time Pegula was going body, but slightly missed her spot, and it was actually right in the strike zone of Anisimova. She gets on the front foot, she's lethal.
Led first serve.
Backs up the break. Haven't heard too much from Pegula, but you heard the response there. She knows just how important that game was. And now does have a cushion in set 3, a 3-love lead. It almost becomes a must-hold service game for Anisimova. Love 3 in this deciding set. Oh, what a point. And a sensational finish from Jess Pegula.
Loved how she used the slice here, just to neutralise the point. Doesn't give Anisimova anything to work with, and then that's an absolute beauty. Gets her feet in place. Stunning strike.
Oh. She's turned the dial up to 11 right now, Pegula. Anisimova hasn't really done much wrong in this game, yet finds herself down love 30.
Double faults coming in
Love 40.
too often now. Pegula, though, I think has been quite intimidating, standing very close to the baseline.
Pegula breaks again.
Game Pegula.
And the finish line now very much in sight.
Pegula
Will
leads
it be
by 4
double
games to
delight? 4-love lead.
It's going to be very hard to stop Jessica Pegula. So mentally tough. We saw her save 5 championship points against Anna Kalinskaya in the Berlin final, and all of those were well played by Pegula. It wasn't one where Kalinskaya got nervous. Just knows how to win big matches.
15 love.
First time she's ever defended
30 love.
a title. A very big title at that.
Tears are starting to come for Amanda Anisimova. She knows her chances dwindling very, very fast.
40 love.
As we've become used to having Pegula at the WTA finals. Reached the final of the WTA finals last year. If she wins today, we'll move up to 11 on the race. Back in the mix, you might say. Stops the run of points against Anisimova.
Well, she began the tournament, didn't she? 20th in the race, and looking like she probably wouldn't make it to Riyadh, but now it's a lot more likely.
A lot of points still to be played for when you consider Wuhan and Beijing after the US Open. 2 1,000 tournaments. Cincy as well next week. But she's still got a job to do here. In terms of trying to finish this match off. Anisimova
40-30.
once more, not knowing when she's done. Well, we saw a love 40 comeback from Anisimova, which turned everything around in the second set. Could happen again in the third. This time from 40 love. Oh, how calm was that?
A couple of whoppers off the forehand side, one cross court, and this down the line off a very good return. 14 winners now for Pegula.
Massive hold. Went the scenic route, having been up 40 love. But Jess Pegula, a game away from defending her Canadian Open title from last year. Leads 5 love. On the brink is Jess Pegula. It will be a 6th title in her career. And the joint biggest one, looking for a 3rd WTA 1000 crown. Anisimova serving to stay in the match. Love 5.
It's an emotional Amanda Anisimova. She shed some tears.
I think the emotions are perhaps from
50
the
love.
exhaustion of the last 2 weeks, both physically and mentally. Everything she's put in. As we've said multiple times, it's so great to have her back at the top end of the game.
All you can do at this point, if you're Amanda Anisimova, is just play point by point. See if you can work your way in. Just see if your opponent might slightly get tight. Unfortunately for her, Pegula has
30-15.
vast experience. And that has really hampered her chances, hasn't it? The double faults. A couple in the first game of the set when she was broken. That did not help.
Oh, thought about bobbling over, but comes back on Pegula's side.
40-30.
So beautifully done that. And the execution is excellent. But also the thought process, the IQ of when to play it. Just generates enormous pace, doesn't she, Anisimova? It's easy hitting, that ball really moving through the court. You can see Pegula looking very uncomfortable on that final shot.
Deuce.
Oh, just catches the back edge of the baseline, and Pegula can't quite believe it.
Advantage Anisimova.
Whisker away from having championship point. Well played. Anisimova will avoid the bagel, but she wants more. She's already had one big momentum shift in this final. Can she produce another? Still a chip and a chair.
Going for the Hollywood ending, Pete.
Wow.
Saw a good one, didn't we, on the opening round?
Love 15.
Lesia Sarenko, 5-1 up in the third set against Bianca Andreescu, made a good run of it. Sarenko eventually pulled it out, 6-4 in the third set. It was very, very dramatic.
Out. 15-all.
Oh, it's quite amazing. Sublime defense from Pegula, and able to turn that defense into sensational attack.
A great forehand. She's hit 3 memorable forehands today. That one perhaps the most difficult because it was so low off the slice.
This has been some performance, especially in this third set. And here are 2 championship points for the American. Not done yet.
40-30.
Oh, well, what drama. And Anisimova somehow is still alive.
Oh, Pegula was determined to get one more ball back. And Anisimova just keeping with it. Full credit to her.
Well, I have to say, look well long.
I think it has been overruled by the chair umpire.
Yeah, you heard the out call. I mean, even Anisimova had stopped.
Yeah.
What a time for it to happen.
Clearly long. It was a slower serve again, wasn't it? Pegula's thrown those in really well today. Crowd is saying it's out. The players think it's out.
What happens here if the Hawkeye system has gone down and they don't have line judges?
Chair umpire.
So confirmed is out.
No.
Oh, look at that. That's a little worrying.
Advantage.
Here we go.
From the umpire's point of view, hopefully they've only got one more point to play. Third championship point for the third seed. Jessica Pegula, the Queen of Canada, as it is double delight for the world number 6. Different city, same result. She defends her Canadian Open title in fine style. Becomes the first player to do that since the year 2000. It's the first time she's ever defended a title, and it's a big one. Doing the business in Toronto. It was a typical Pegula performance. Rich in defense, counter-punching, and consistency. And she gets the better of Anisimova in 3 sets, 6-1 in the third.